All right, what's up, eighth graders? This video is basically just a welcome back to the 2021 school year at JMMS. My name is Mr. Petter. I will be the eighth grade and the advanced eighth grade art teacher this school year. So if you're watching this video, I assume that you're in one of those classes and you're going to be having me for the first 12 weeks. So couldn't be more excited to have everybody back. I'm super excited that a lot of you will be in class, and I'm also excited to get to know a lot of you remotely as well. So obviously, with all that's going on in the world today, and with the different setup and the structure with the school year this year, things are going to look a little differently. So I just want to kind of put you at ease. Everybody can take a deep breath, all right? And we're going to get through this together because, trust me, just like you, this is all different for me too. So I'm definitely going to be understanding. But you know, we did get a little trial run in the spring, so hopefully we're all getting a little bit used to things on our Chromebooks as well. So the purpose of this video specifically is literally just for me to get to know you. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself, and then hopefully you guys have some questions for me, which you can put in the comment section below, and I will get back to those as long as I'm able to. So, and then after this video, you know, we're going to be with each other for about 12 weeks, whether you're at home or in person. I just want everybody to know that everybody's going to get an equal opportunity to learn the content in this class. So if I teach somebody in class a certain way to do something, you at home are going to get that same opportunity. And some of you may be kind of going back and forth. So shouldn't really miss a beat. The other nice thing about the class is if you ever do miss, maybe you catch a cold or something like that, it's going to be a lot easier for you to catch up, and everything is going to be streamlined, organized. The communication is going to be pretty simple, and I think it's going to be a good experience. So enough about that. So a little bit about me. I am from Wadsworth, Ohio. So if you know where Wadsworth, Ohio is, it's about 25 minutes north, actually maybe about a half hour north of Jackson, a little bit northwest, and I was actually born and raised there. So I went there all the way through from preschool, kindergarten to my senior year of high school. Throughout my life, I was involved in sports. I played baseball until I was 10. I played basketball until I was about a sophomore in high school, and then I was pretty much done growing at about 5'10", so I decided to stop playing basketball. And that's when I picked up track and have a huge, and really kind of found a passion for track and field. My number one passion in sports was football, and that was always kind of my primary focus when it came to sports. But truthfully, which a lot of people didn't know for a long time, was that art was my number one passion, which was it actually started way back in elementary school. The school that I belonged to, or that I grew up going to, that was an elementary school in Wadsworth that hosted a city art show every year. And so, you know, when you're in kindergarten, first grade, second grade, you guys to do is just simply to give it a chance. And I ended up making the art show. And I made this art show, and you know, it's whatever, it's just an art show. Some of you wouldn't think much of it. But I noticed I had so much support and so much family that showed up to the art show. So I was like, man, this is awesome. So like, this is something that I can do and something people recognize, and it's cool. So, you know, my goal, I had a little goal. The goal for my third grade year, I know I'm 9 years old now. The goal for my third grade year was to make the art show again, and I was actually able to. So now I had made it twice. Now I'm starting to notice that, okay, this is something maybe I'm decent at. You know, you're always a little bit confident as a kid. So yeah, I made it my fourth grade year, fifth grade year, and I never missed it. And eventually I got to my senior year. I was the artist of the year at Wadsworth High School, you know, back in 2009. Not that that's a huge deal, but it was pretty cool. So what I ended up doing was I did have some success with sports, and I know that a lot of you have success in other things as well. The biggest recommendation, or the biggest thing that I can at least, maybe a little words of wisdom, is to just take on everything. Sometimes if we specialize in one thing, we're kind of putting all our eggs in one basket. But I'm telling you, Jackson specifically has so much to offer that if you can give all these different things a chance, as long as it's not causing a ton of stress in your life, you may end up falling in love with something a little bit later on as well. So I would just give it a chance. So what I did was I ended up really following through with my art throughout high school, and came to the decision where I could either go to a smaller school and maybe do football, or I could go to a bigger school and pursue an art career and just kind of get started working towards, my career, what I want to do as an adult, things like that. So I chose the University of Akron, and I went to the University of Akron to study in art education. So that's actually specifically becoming to be an art teacher, but there's like 30, 40, 50 different degrees you can take in the field of art. So I went on to become an art teacher. Throughout my time at Akron, I was actually able to take all sorts of studio courses, which are basically like art classes in professional studios where you get to use all these different materials and supplies and create artwork. And during that time, that's when I actually really started to improve. And so I decided that I'm going to focus a little bit more on drawing and painting. So during my time in college, they wanted you to become a little bit more medium specific. So medium is just a fancy word for like materials or what you use. So I ended up choosing kind of that drawing and painting lane, and I took some advanced courses, and it actually provided the opportunity for me to do commission artwork on the side, which I still do today, which is cool. So, I always wanted to be a professional artist. I even thought that maybe that's what I would do for like a living. But I found a way to create stability in my career, being an art teacher, but also have that background and that skill set built up to where I can do professional artwork on the side. So it's worked out pretty cool. Other things that I like doing now, and I'll talk a little bit about my family in a second, but I love to play golf. I love to work out. I still coach sports. And just hang out with friends and family. My wife and I recently had a baby girl. So she is currently, her name's Kendall Elise Petter, and she's currently about 11 months old. So that's been super exciting. She's pretty much taken up all of our time, including, last night she was awake till about 1 a.m. But yeah, you know how that goes, parents. That's pretty much about me. And now that she's around, that's pretty much where we're focused. We are extreme, probably a little obsessive about our dogs. We have 2 full-grown 80-pound dogs. One is a chocolate lab, and his name is Bradley. And our girl dog, their name is Layla, and she's a golden retriever. So we got 2 little fur babies. I actually put 2 pictures, or I put a picture of the dogs, and I put 2 pictures of Kendall in my welcome folder, so hopefully you guys enjoy this. So what I want to do, I'll explain a little bit more about like my time at Jackson. I'm sure a lot of you actually already know who I am. Maybe you've seen me. Maybe you started out on the track team last year, which is a huge bummer that we had to stop the track season, but I know it was for our own safety. So actually, probably I'm sure I know quite a few of you already, but if I don't, like I said, I'm looking forward to getting to know you. So, not used to talking. I've been off all summer. Matter of fact, I've been off since March, so a little short-winded. All right, so my time in Jackson in 2014, so some of you were like 5 years old? Anyway, whatever. Yeah, I'm sure you're very young. So every year it just gets worse and worse. So 2014, I student taught at Tuslaw Middle School and High School. Had a great mentor teacher, and I actually got the job at Jackson as I was finishing my student teaching, so it worked out great. I started off a year and a half as the 7th grade art teacher, and just the way things kind of shook up with somebody leaving at the high school. The 8th grade teacher went to the high school, and then I moved to 8th grade. So I've been in the 8th grade teacher for 5.5 years. So this is, or 4.5 years, and this is my 7th year total. Does that math check out? Yeah, I was doing the math in my head and lost track. So this is my 7th year as an art teacher at Jackson Middle School, and I just love it. I think it's great. Now we've kind of got things established with our advanced course, which actually enhanced our on-level course as well. So like a lot of our on-level classes are doing like these amazing things. Advanced 8th grade art is like one of the, yeah, I can't say enough about them or all the kids that come through here, but it's a really cool opportunity as long as you give it a chance. So hopefully everybody does. A couple other things I do around the building that you may kind of see me or be able to interact with me is I'm the art club advisor. Jackson JMMS Art Club is once a month. It's the second Wednesday of every month. And as of right now, August 13th, so don't quote me past today, but as of right now, we will be having art club. It's the second Wednesday of every month, typically from 3 to 4 p.m. after school in the art room. So I am in charge of that along with Mr. Hoffman. I'm also an advisor for Ski Club, which is a great opportunity. Now that we will get back to. I'm not sure how that's going to go exactly, but hopefully we're able to do that this year. And I'm the head boys track coach, which as some of you know, the track teams practice together. So I actually coach a lot of the girls, but I'm actually technically labeled the head boys track coach. I am the JMMS, the art department head. Not that that really has anything to do with the kids. Maybe the parents were curious, but and then finally, I did coach football here at Jackson for 5 years. My first year I coached at the high school, and then the last 4 years I coached at the middle school. This year I decided to step down because of the birth of our daughter. So that's actually been going pretty well, getting to spend more time with her. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to post this video, I believe, in YouTube, and there's going to be obviously comment sections below. So what I would like you to do, usually on the first day, I let students ask me anything appropriate that they want to know about me. Like, what's my favorite color? What's my favorite food? Some people ask me some really funny questions, but that's okay. So as long as it's obviously school appropriate, I will be able to answer your questions, and look forward to getting to know you. And I hope that everybody is kind of at ease. We're not too worked up. You know, luckily being in 8th grade, unless you're new to the district, which if you are, it's going to be fine. But I'm just saying, if you're in 8th grade, the nice thing is you already know the building. You already kind of know how things operate. And last year you were able to experience the online learning. So it's going to be a good 12 weeks. I'm going to have everybody for 12 weeks. And we are going to think positive, because that's the only way I know how to do it. So we're going to be positive, take it day by day, and we're going to have a good time. So look forward to getting to know you. And the next video should be a little bit more, probably a little bit more boring, but it's going to explain a lot about how the class is going to work, expectations, things like that. All right, so hopefully you guys enjoy the last couple days of summer. And if you're watching this video as the school starts, hopefully you guys are off to a good start and can't wait to see you.